Hey everybody, it's Kathy here and welcome back. Today we are diving into a fun Scraplift Crafternoon, but we aren't just copying a design, we are completely transforming it. To take this gorgeous lift and truly make it mine, I'm using a brand new framework, which you know I use all the time, my personal 70-30 rule. We're keeping 70% of the original design layout to honour Tara's magnificent layout, but dedicating 30% entirely to my own creative spin. And you know what that means. I'm bringing in a little bit of mixed media, beautiful cut files, and a heavily layered tropical feel. It is Scraplift Afternoon, and that means it's Sunday, and the crew are getting together to celebrate Tara, our fearless leader's birthday. Happy birthday, Tara. Hope you have a great one. And we do appreciate absolutely every single thing you do for us. But today I'm taking your layout and just giving it a little bit of a tweak and turning it into mine, as you saw briefly right there at the very beginning. So let's talk about this mixed media that I'm using and how I'm incorporating it into my design. So I'm using the Starburst stencil. It is a Vicky Burton one, and once again I'm pulling out all my oxides and I am using them to create a fantastic sun flare across the edge of my page, and that's going to be where Tara had her moon sitting, and I'm going to have my cut file sit against it. But first of all I have to extend it, so once again I'm going to pull out my torn pieces of cardstock to give that wibbly wobbly edge to it and extend the rays further across the page. Now, as I said, cannot take claim to this technique. That was a Vicky Burton technique, and if you watch her Friday Night Live, you will see how she did it in her style, her way, and of course, so much better than what I can ever produce. But I love how it turned out, and as I said in the previous layout, it's going to become a favourite for sure. Now, I have used squeezed lemonade, wild honey, and fossilized amber to create the ombre effect with this starburst, and it will sit on the edge of this amazing Scrapbook Fantasies Hoppyland piece of paper. I liked the blue. It gives the tropical feel of the water, and that's how I've incorporated that into the layout. Now, as I said, we are a group of 11 when all play, and don't forget, we love lifting all different people, and we get the chance to celebrate our own with their birthday months. And once again, as I said, this is Tara's birthday. I am now using my Distress ink here. This is pumice stone, and I'm putting that into the barking bottom of the gum. Oh, it's not a gum, it's a palm tree. Now, if you've seen palm trees, you know that they aren't just brown. They've got a lot of white in their branch and stems, so that's where I have incorporated the pumice stone to build that detail into it. I'm just going over here with some mowed lawn, and then I'm going to use rustic wilderness to go over the top to add that depth to the palm leaves at the top of this cut file. Now, I am not anywhere near an expert at doing this sort of stuff. You know, Janet from Galaxy Girl Creation, she does it like a dream. And so I'm just learning, I'm just playing, I'm just getting on with it. I'm using gathered twigs now over the rest of the tree trunk, and that's going to add some browns. And then at the very top here, I'm going to use the rusty hinge to create my coconuts. And that's just a little bit of building up of layer and texturing. The scorched timber is going to tone down the readiness of it and bring in that brown a little bit darker onto there, and that's now adding that depth to the layout. So I'm going to add a little bit more scorched timber to those palm fronds as well, because I just want to have degrees of shadow and light on them. Clean up my board there just a little bit so that you can see. I'm using a gold pen here just to do some outlining and add some little extra detail, and that's going to really make it lift up off the page with a three-dimensional appeal to it. I'm adding in the curve of the coconut tree, and now it's starting to look a little bit more realistic. You know, it is paper. It is created from from mixing and matching your mixed medias. So, of course, it's going to have that not so real effect to it, but also, you know, just that your own individual take on it. So don't be afraid to have some fun and play with your die cuts or your cut files and allow them to do what it is that you want for your layout. So I'm just adding in some here with some metallic green, a little bit more detailing into the palm fronds. And now I'm really starting to like how this is turning up. I'm just going to fix up a little bit more by putting in a bit more of the rustic wilderness to darken it up. And that's the beauty of using your inks and your oxides. You can create it the way you want it to be once you start putting it all together. All right, now that I've done that, I am going to pop this tree trunk and coconuts up a bit to give it a three-dimensional effect. And I'm using the 1 mil, I think it is, foam tape from scrapbook.com. I love scrapbook.com, but being in Australia, it's not as easy to order from as it used to be, but I still love this product. It's very good at giving you the right dimension that you need for your popped up pieces. I also cut this title from my Cricut, and it is from an old cartridge. So I'm actually using my old Cricut because it's the one that's sitting up right next to my desk. And so I cut it out of the Close to My Heart, You Are Here, We Are Here cartridge, and I love it. It is one of my go-to cartridges. It has all the things that I need, and that's without having to pull out my maker and set up my maker. So I have this photo here of my daughter and myself on Mystery Island. We were out walking the whole island because you can do that, and we got this photo taken on the far side of the island. Another group of people who were passing by from the cruise, they stopped and they took the photo for us. So it was very helpful that they did, and we did likewise for them. And I just like that we were able to get a photo of the two of us together. So I am going to double map my photo. That's a little bit different to Tara's on her layout, which you can see up above here, but it's still keeping with the same sort of idea. So now that I've done that, I can start constructing my layout, and to do that, I'm just going to remove the branding strip from down here. It is a cold, wet, miserable afternoon here in Sydney, Australia today. Let me tell you, I am not well, as you can hear my voice, and the weather is not being very nice and warm for me. It's just really cold and wet. All right, now I am putting this together with the piece of cardstock that I cut out all of my pieces from. Waste not, want not, as they say, and that's creating my border for this layout, and I love it. Look at that starburst. Isn't it great? What do you reckon? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think that that's actually a cool piece to add to your sunny, bright, beachy feel? I like it. I like how it works. And now I'm just placing my pieces where I think they're going to go. I do love this tree. Like, this tree is just magic. Now, I was contemplating popping up the photo, but then I've decided that no, I'm just going to let the photo be flat and pop the tree up for the dimension on the layout. Now, Tara has a moon on hers, and I love it. And she has stitched it, and in pure homage to her, I should have stitched somewhere on my layout, and unfortunately, not feeling 100%, I just didn't have the capacity to sit and stitch the palm fronds, which I should have probably done, but that's okay. Next time I'll I'll get a bit more creative with the stitching. But I do like how this turns out, and I am keeping pretty much close to her design details. I'm putting down my labels there. I've got my title in the same place. I have the left-hand side as the feature piece, and I'm just going to now add in some seagulls, because, you know, it's not the beach without some seagulls. And, you know, they just are, you know, what you see when you're down around water. So there were plenty of birds floating in and around the island, so that made it perfect as well, and it just makes the whole thing feel very, very summery and beachy. Breachy. Oh, yeah, that's what whales do. They breach. Can you tell I'm getting very, very tired and very, very sick? I am so sorry. Here we go. So now I'm just playing around and auditioning where they're going to sit, and I'll go off and I will attach everything into place. And look at that. With the magic of editing, you don't have to sit through the sticking down. As I stuck it down, I just realized that the palm tree looks like it's sticking out of nowhere, so I just really wanted to add a little bit more. And around all the palm trees on Mystery Island, you would find the coconuts. So I'm just adding in a set of 3 coconuts to the bottom just to finish off that little area down there. I've used my whole circle punch there to punch them out, and using the same colours that I used on the cut file, I am building up my coconuts, and that will allow me to just add a little bit more interest to that bottom of that palm tree and balance it out a little bit more. This gold pen I found, I don't know where I got it from, maybe from a Uniquely Creative kit one time, I'm not sure, but it is very handy and I like it. So I'm just going to layer them up down around the bottom of the palm tree like they are all over the island, and that's just going to add that little bit of extra tropical vibey feel to the whole feel of the layout. You'll notice I've also done my journaling, and it just says how we had a great afternoon after we went back after lunch onto the island and explored the whole island by walking around it. Now I am adding in some splatters, and I am using Vintage Photo Spritz. This is really good because it gives that coppery brownie feel to it, and it's just enough to splatter and add that artistic layer onto the layout. And I like how this has turned out. What do you reckon? Do you think it's come close to Tara's? Do you think it's done Tara justice? I think it's pretty close, and I'm sure that when she looks at it, she'll be able to see the main elements of her layout in it. I'm just going to add in some glitter stickles, and that's going to set up my visual triangle to draw your eye around the layout. You know what I'm like. I like to have that visual triangle. It calms it for your eye, and it also draws you to the key points of the layout, which therefore makes the photo pop off the page. Now, of course, I've done everything back to front again. I've done all the wet bits first, and I should have done my doodling before I did that. But, of course, I don't do it until I'm looking at it 100% and then realise that it's not quite finished. And so I will grab my pen again, and I will add in a messy border. So that will require me to manipulate around those wet bits without smudging. So just easy to do a messy border. You just put your pen down and drag it down the page in one straight line. Well, it doesn't matter if it's not straight because it's messy, remember? But it's along the edge, and if you use the edge as your guide and you just don't lift your hand and pull, you will get a very close to line of straightness down the edge of your borders, and that really does pop it off the background. And look at that. I think that just finishes it nicely, and I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. What do you think? Have I earned a thumbs up from you? Have I earned a new subscription if you're new to my channel? I'd really love you to subscribe if you are, because I do appreciate every person that stops and watches one of my videos. And if you leave me a comment down below, which I really want you to do, I will get back to you and interact, because that's how we build our community here, is by talking to each other. Tell me what you liked in this layout. Tell me what I could have done better. Tell me what you would have done if you were lifting this one. Remember, Scraplift Crafternoon happens every Sunday. We come back as a group every week and we lift someone new. The whole purpose is to build our crafting community. There is a playlist link below, and if every single person is playing, there'll be 10 others, and I can't wait to see what they do. They always surprise me with how different they look. We all start with the same stimulus and we all end up with something completely different. So thanks once again for watching. I really do appreciate you coming back every single week. Here's my next video for you. I hope you pop on over and watch it. It lets YouTube know that you're liking what I'm doing. And stay creative, friends. See you real soon.